Hey! So my name is Jennifer Brandt and I am Star Director of Wickless Scents, and I'm going to take a moment to talk to you about scent bags. The second best thing that I do for my business that is the most income producing for my business and has been the absolute blessing to my business is my scent bags. So I want to basically show you what it is I do, talk to you about how I got them started and why they're so successful to this day. So I'm going to rewind a little bit. Whenever I first started Scentsy, well, not when I first, maybe 6 months in, when I realized that I wanted more than just being a hobbyist and I wanted to actually grow a team, it started freaking me out a little bit that I was going to have to put 500 PRV in. To me, back then, looking back, I'm thinking, wow, why that was so easy now. But, you know, when you're just starting out, that's actually a lot. That $500 is a lot of money. And I was worried about building a team and not being able to get my leadership money because I didn't have my 500 PRV in. So I remember it was May. It was a May of the year. It was like 2018 when I started doing these. And I was like, what can I do? And I got inspired by somebody else doing these boxes and mystery bags that they do. So I started doing mystery bags as well. I call them scent bags. People call them whiff boxes, scent crates. There's so many different names you can call them, but I call mine scent bags. And I started doing them for $10 because I was like, I'm going to start small. It kind of intimidated me a little bit of trying to collect $10 from people and making it work. So I did $10. And the one thing that I want to make sure that I tell you guys is you can't expect to do this for a month or 2 months or 3 months and expect to have 20 people on board. You're gonna start small. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Your first few customers are gonna be your neighbors, your moms, your grandmas, people that you're probably bribing. Oh, come on, just try it this one time. Until it catches on. You can just say, oh, well, I promise you it's gonna be good. Because people don't understand. It's kind of like the Scentsy Club and these other things that we're doing. We talk to people and they don't understand what it is we're doing. They have to hear it 100 times before it sinks in and they start seeing other people do it and they're like, oh yeah, that looks great. Let's do this. So anyways, $10 scent bags. I do $10 scent bags. I charge tax and I charge shipping. Never, never, never not do that because you do not want to sell yourself short. You do not want to mix your family earned money with Scentsy money. I keep them completely separate. So I was doing these $10 bags, okay? And you're thinking, oh, well, you can't really do much. I hear that all the time. People saying, well, you can't really do much with $10. Yes, you can. There is so many options out there. We have a full catalog of things that are under $10. You can do 2 wax bars. You can do a scent circle with a scent pack. Like there's so many different things that you can do. And what really makes it nice is that Scentsy's always coming out with something new. So whenever I do my bags, I try to be intentional with getting products in their hands that are brand new. So for example, we just had a brand new catalog launch. You best bet everything that I put in my bags this month are going to be from that catalog, the new stuff, because I want them to fall in love with these products. Now, a lot of people ask me, does this really help your business? I don't understand how. Well, for one, it's giving me PRV. For two, it has helped me grow my circle because these people who are falling in love with them are gifting them to other people, birthdays, jingle gifts, maybe a friendly neighbor gift that they wanted to give someone. And they end up doing them too. Or when I deliver a bag and I'm delivering it in front of other people, then those friends around them are like, oh, what's that? I have grown my inner circle. I have grown my circle from these scent bags. I have actually sponsored people because of my scent bags. Just like my Scentsy Club, that is the first place I look for whenever I'm looking for someone to sponsor. The second place I look is my scent bags. Who on my scent bag list can I do? And you know what? That's why I'm always working hard with my scent bags on trying to get the word out of what I'm doing. Because it's just like the Scentsy Club, as I recruit people, then I'm losing their mom, their neighbor, their sister, because obviously they're going to go with that new consultant. So I'm having to always, at one point I was up to over 100 bags I was doing. Now I was only doing $10 bags at the time. And so that's about $1,000 PRV. That's absolutely amazing. And the reason I just recently started doing different price points, because since I was recruiting so many people and my bag numbers started going down, I started offering different price points. One little trick, at first I said, all right, which bag do you want? And they were picking one. I started changing my words around a little bit and being a little more wise. And I started saying, well, which ones do you want? Do you want 1, 2, all 3 of all the price points? Most of my people at this point are doing more than one bag. They're doing the different price points that I have. And the different price points have different types of products. I'll have an oil bag, I might have a pod bag, I'll have my regular bag. Some months, every couple months, I'll do one with a warmer in it. So that has been going very well. But let me tell you, if you don't offer the $10 one, people are gonna be a little skittish about jumping on board with something that's $40 versus 10. It's a lot easier for someone to get on board super cheap until they realize it's something they absolutely love, and then maybe they'll start doing the bigger price points. So in my bags, I want to get into what it is I'm doing. I'm going to just show you what I'm doing for this month. I have 4 price points. I'm doing a regular bag that has, I do 2 full-size products in every bag, regardless of the price point. I have a fun extra item, and I have a sample for them to try. It is not anything fancy, but it's something fun and exciting for my customers. I create that excitement with them and they love it. So I'm doing 2 wax bars. These are not the ones I'm doing, it just 2 to show you, to visualize. I'm doing 2 wax bars for my $10 bag. I am doing a fun extra item. This is like a little ornament. I'm doing the theme of St. Patrick's Day. That's why I have that. I will include a pamphlet, this here. We get these with our scent of the month. And I'm going to have the sample. You can use the sticker, or I do the actual wax chunk so they can use it. And then I'm going to add the Scentsy Club flyer, so that way they know if they like it, they can add it to their club. That is it. That is all I do. This is what I did for about 2.5 years before I started doing other price points. This is golden. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you receive this package in the mail from me, this is what mine looked like. When they receive this package, they know what it is and they get super excited and they love it. I get a lot of good feedback. What I put in my bags, I go to the Dollar Tree. You can go to the dollar spot there at Target. I find stuff like dollar socks. I've done something like sponges before. These are extra that I have left over. I've done rags before. If you don't have the money right off, if you can't crunch your numbers around to get the extra money to pay for these extra products, do something like this. This is so much fun. You're still getting another type of product in your hand and getting them to try it. I did this 1 month. They got their 2 wax bars and this was their extra item. And that's it. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive. It's just something fun. You can get these rags a lot. You can go to the Dollar Tree and get some of these towels, and use them. $1. And it's something fun and new and exciting for them. These scent bags have been absolutely a blessing to me. This is something that I had to grow. I started off with 3, maybe made my way to 8, 13. It took a long time, but when it started snowballing pretty fast. But you have to be consistent. My customers know when it gets to the first of the month, I should be asking them if they want in on this next time around. They know. And they know that I submit the order. They know that I get my order about a week after I place it. And they know to expect their order, their bag, their scent bag, about 2 weeks into the month. They know. You have to be consistent. You can't just decide, oh, I'm going to do it every couple months or whatever. You got to keep it going. You have to be consistent with it. You have to. So now other price points that you can do. One thing, super light is this. This is a $25 bag. You can tell them in a hint, like, it has to do with fans and pods, and you can do a bag. So for example, I'm doing 4 price points. This is what I did for my customers this month. I said I have a regular bag, I did this on my VIP because this is a personal special unless you're charging them $12 for their bag, and you can do it publicly. $10 for their bag. So I have a regular bag. The second bag, I was doing a pod bag, and I'll say pod bag so that way they know. Because now my customers are starting to buy other types of products just as much as wax. So I'm I want to offer them other products as well. The third one was an oil bag. A lot of people are into the oils right now as well with my customer base. So I have an oil bag, and the other one was called an ultimate. And I put in parentheses, mini warmer. So they know that it's going to be something brand new from the new catalog. So I have some people getting all 4. I have some people getting 2 out of 4 of the bags, but I let them kind of know what it is in the bags, because you obviously don't want to throw this in a bag if they don't have anything to use it with. So you need to make sure that you're being cautious of that. Also, I stay away from cleaners. I probably mail about 70-75% of my scent bags. That is a lot. I stay away from the cleaners, the Scentsy Fresh, things like that, because they're heavy. And when you go to mail them, even though you may have just 1 bottle and you're doing it all up in here, it's still going to cost you about $8 to mail it. I already shot myself in the foot one time. I did a January clean a couple years ago, like spring clean type thing, and no way. It cost me just as much to mail it than they paid for their bag. So I'll never do that again. But that doesn't mean you can't make samples of cleaners and put them in the bag. That doesn't mean you can't get those types of products in their hands. One time I did a lemon theme. It was in June a couple years back. I did 2 types of lemon bar. I had a lemon verbena cleaner, and what I did was I had a sponge. I put a pretty bow around the sponge with the cleaner, and that was their extra sample item. So then that meant when I came to doing the flyer, I only put the scratch and sniff sticker on here instead of doing the wax melt as a sample. So many things you can do. I always get that feedback. You know, you're very limited with $10. Let me tell you, you can make it super fun each and every month. I mean, I did a cookout one. Actually, it was the month I had COVID 2 years ago. It was in July. I did a cookout one. I had tissue paper that looked like, you know, where you put your fries in, and it was that checkered paper. I did recipe cards in there as my extra fun item. It doesn't have to be a product like this. It can be just something super fun, and people love it because the feedback that I get is I put a lot of thought in it, and people love that I take the time to try to make them feel special. So what I did on those recipe cards is I just did like a grandma recipe, something that I cherished, and I was passing it on to somebody else. I was making it personal and making it fun. These bags are a blessing. I'm going to say it one more time. If you have any questions about anything that I have said here, please reach out to me. I use stamps.com. I don't use Pirate Ship. I use stamps.com. I like the options a little bit better. It is a tax write-off. I have a scale so I can do it at my convenience, because there for a while I was taking them to the post office, and we don't have time to be standing in line at a post office trying to mail out all these packages. So I like to be able to do them at the comfort of my own home. What else? Dollar store, Dollar Tree, socks, lip gloss. There's so many things. One time I did a body bag. We know what kind of body bag we're talking about, like body products. So I did a wash, and I think I had a scent circle. It was a scent circle and a body wash, and I put one of those little spongy sponges that you use in the shower. So it can be something as simple as that. I take pretty tissue paper, I wrap it up like a gift, I put a thank you sticker in it, I slide it in this, and that is it. That is it. And I'm gaining. So these people have told me, I love these products. Like, I had one lady who knew she only normally ever bought like butter pecan, vanilla bean buttercream, the bakery smells, and she ended up getting one time. This has been a little while back, but I like to use her as an example because this has happened lots of times, but she was just a little more overboard. She says, I absolutely love Amazon Rain. She never knew that she would like a scent like that because it wasn't something by the description that she would have ever bought. But she found out by using my bags, getting my bags, that she's like, I really do like this product. She turned around and put a $100 order in because she said I had to have it in all the different products. She bought it in the laundry or the body products. She bought a Scentsy Go, so she had to buy pods just because she loved it that much. She wanted to have it everywhere with her. That's what these bags do for me. Not only am I getting PRV by doing the bags, if it's something they end up liking, then they turn around and they buy more. So it's a win-win. So yeah, I'm getting ready to place an over $1,000 order for my bags that I'm doing this month, in hopes that a few of those people are going to come back and be like, oh my gosh, this Sunburst Bamboo is amazing. Not only am I adding it to my club, I'm going to buy a 6-pack right now. That's what happens. That's why I have such high PRV. Because as I was sitting here, I was reading on the top of here, I had someone just message me right now, what was that sample that you put in my scent bag last month? Unfortunately, it was a Bring Back My Bar, and she just didn't hop on board fast enough because she probably didn't read all her literature. But the thing is, if we still had it, she would have totally have went on air and bought more of it. That's why these bags are so awesome. I get the PRV. I'm getting my leadership money. I'm expanding my customer base. And these people are buying these bags monthly and religiously with you because they love Scentsy, that they're going to be on your radar for recruiting and sponsoring them. That's why I do these. I have been told by other leaders you should never spend all these hours doing something that's not income producing, but it is income producing for me. For me, it is really income producing, and I only spend about one day. When I sit down to do my bags, I probably spend a good chunk of my day doing my bags. By the time I wrap them, put them together, samples, and putting the labels on and shipping them, it takes one day. But that one day that I worked on them, I have gotten over 1,000 PRV from them, and I'm going to be getting more orders in afterwards. It's a win-win for me. So if you have any questions, if I missed anything, please feel free to reach out. One thing that I do know that people make a mistake of is posting a flyer and saying, I'm doing a mystery bag. Who wants one? And they're posting this on their Facebook page. Well, first of all, that's going to scare someone off because people don't understand. You got to be willing to go live in your VIP. You got to be willing to go live in your stories and talk about these bags that you're doing. You don't have to mention prices. You have to be willing to go the extra mile to talk to people about these bags, or you'll never get people on board. You can't expect to post a flyer and expect people to come. Because first of all, mystery bags, people don't want to do mystery bags because people don't want to get products that they don't like and that they paid for. So I always try to stay neutral. When I do my bags, I try to make sure I stick with clean, fresh, fun type smells. I don't ever do floral, really. I don't ever do pine or any of those type smells. So you got to be very careful of what you put in them scent-wise as well. And that's why I call them scent bags. I don't call them mystery bags, because people get scared off by that word mystery bag. And people aren't going to just be like, oh, me, when they don't even understand what it is that you're doing. So you need to make sure you're finding a way to get through to them, just like you would the Scentsy Club. You need to be talking to your customers. You need to be sending out an email explaining what it is that you're doing so they'll understand. You can give hints. Sometimes I have some people say, well, is it fruity or is it going to be citrusy? Like sometimes I will give a hint if they need to have the hint, because you will have people like that. But always stay neutral. Make sure you don't pick anything. I don't do manly smells either because people just don't like it. Either you like it or you don't. But anyways, that's it. That's all I got. Oh no, one more thing. So when I started doing my bags, I was trying to figure out a way that I could reach these customers and get people on board to do these bags. And what I started doing is I created a mystery. I wanted them to, I found a way to make them ask me, what is that? Okay, so what I would do is I would stage a picture. I would have like 20, 25, 30 bags. I would put tissue paper in them. Maybe I'll have a pile of sponges, or maybe that was a month where I had a pile of socks or something like that. Maybe a pile of samples. I don't know. I never showed products though. And I created this mystery. I'd be like, man, I just got done doing these bags, I'm super excited to get these into my customers' hands, even though I may not have even had anybody yet. Or I would be like, I would stage the picture and be like, oh, I'm getting ready to work on these. These are my, like, so you could see the piles of the sponges and stuff. I'm getting ready to put these together. I'm super excited. And then not only did they hear my excitement in my wording, I created a mystery because they were like, well, what is it? And I had people actually ask me, well, what's in these bags? I'm new to this. I would put in there, if you want in on this time around, let me know, comment below. This is how I did it publicly without getting in trouble. If you are new to this, comment I'm new and I will fill you in on all the details. It is all in the way you present it. It is all in the way that you put it out there for your customers to see. You have to create excitement and a mystery to make them want to know what's in there. Because as far as anybody else knows, it's a bag full of rocks. They don't know. But anyways, I hope this helps. I get a lot of questions about my bags. You can tell I'm very passionate about these bags. So if you have any questions, if you need any help getting started, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I will help you get them going, because if you stick to this, I promise you, you will be successful in them. You just have to be consistent with them. Anyways, I hope you have a good one.